Well, an exciting hour ahead. I should need to be quick with my commentary because I've got both the noise of the motorcycles and the Manx radio commentary from the grandstand and round the course to cope with. And I've got to fit in some still images, but I'll do my best. Hope you enjoy it.
Point one at the last bridge, Hefton Owen is in 4th position and still in the top 10 at number 18 Peter Most in 8th and number 19 Steve Ferguson in 9th position and Davies Motorsport Team.
The first bikes into Parliament Square are a quartet of Hondas. Number 3 Jamie Coward, number 4 Michael Rutter, number 1 Dan Cooper and number 2 Alan Oversby on the Davies Motorsport machine.
We can hear them and they sound as though they're very close together. I can tell you it's Michael Rutter who leads here at Ramsey, but that's not him. It is number 3 first through. And Michael Rutter has got the whole lap car behind him. Michael Rutter leads by 4 seconds.
Dominic Herbertson on the second of the 3 Davies Motorsport machines, and he's followed by number 5 Derek McGee, also on a Honda.
Ramsey hairpin, the number 4 Michael Rutter holds the lead. Over in second place, number 3 Jamie Coward. Third of the riders through so far. We haven't had Dominic Herbertson out yet. We can't be far away, I wouldn't have thought. Number 8 Dominic Herbertson.
Number 6 Danny Webb on a Norton, and number 7 is Chris Swallow on a Velo with girder forks.
He's only 4 seconds down on Jamie Coward, mind you. In third place, number 8 Dominic Herbertson, 4.9 seconds, so maybe nearly 5 seconds down. Another machine comes into view. This is a single cylinder machine, I think it is.
Gosh, that was hectic. Number 13 Lee Johnson on the 3rd Davies Motorsport machine. Phil McGurk also on a Honda, as is Hefton Owen, and finally Davey Todd, number 12, on another Honda. I almost forgot number 9 Ollie Linzell on a Honda.
Distinctive sounding sound there of another Honda, 13 and 11 are safely through. 13 Lee Johnson, he's moving up nicely at number 11, Phil McGurk, and then it's 12.
18, 16 and 15. The Hondas of Peter Boast, David Max and Michtel and Alex Sinclair.
4 seconds down on Jamie Coward. Up into 4th place now goes number 14 Hefton Owen. 17 seconds down on Dominic Herbertson. 3 seconds.
And that was number 19 Steve Ferguson and his Honda from the Green Hall Racing Team.
7th number 1 Dan Cooper. Only 1 second down on Alan Oversby. 8th number 18. This should be him coming here now, I would think. Pete Post, so he's on the move. Just reflect on the timing. This is number 18, I think. Yes, it certainly is. Pete Post.
Next up is number 21 Chris McGann on his Hales Honda, a long-time Manx competitor. Number 17 is Bill Swallow on a Velo. This is Bob Owen on an unusual air marking. Mark Herbertson on a Honda, number 22. Number 47 is Dave Moffat on a Honda. Number 23 is Ewan Hamilton, also on a Honda. Next up will be Will Loader, number 27 on a Super Greaves, and number 42 Jeff Warr on a Suzuki. Number 37 Mark Parslow on a Honda, Alec Wickwell number 28 also on a Honda, and Leon Murphy number 45 on a Honda.
For the bungalow timings, we can tell you Michael Rutter is through the bungalow and he's increased his lead to now 7 seconds ahead of in second place Jamie Coward, third place number 8 through the bungalow.
Those were the Hondas of the Frenchman Lancelot Unissar and number 26 Dave Maltravers.
Number 5 Adam McLean, 28 seconds down on Jan Cooper. Leon Murphy is safely through Ramsey Hairpin as well. That is number 45 Dave Moffat, the highest number through, and through the bungalow go Adam McLean, Chris Swallow and Danny Webb have safely made the mountain climb as well, but it's Michael Rutter at the bungalow by 6.987 seconds. Back to the grandstand.
Island's exclusive platinum partner. Make your car the star. Keyside Tower and Service and Keyside
Those four bikes were number 41, the Sealy of Meredith Owen. Bike number 35 is a Honda ridden by Russell Robury, whose brother Justin is also in the race. Number 65 is the Honda of Mark Woods, and number 30 is the Honda of Chris Moore.
Cooper has also made it light on the number 1 Akron Devoda, and number 2 now Alan Oversley is Rutter, who leads by 7.
This time the Sealy is number 34, ridden by Keith Dixon, and he's followed by Chris Bray, number 63 on his Beezer. 7 bikes in very quick succession now. The first 2 are David Glover and David Tetley, numbers 67 and 79, on a Honda and a Ducati respectively. And they're followed by number 43, Arthur Browning, on another Sealy. And he's followed by a couple of Hondas, number 77 ridden by Gary Hutton, and then number 38 ridden by Jeff Smith. No, not that Jeff Smith. Leaves just number 54 Grant Sellers on his Norton and Paul Williams number 64 on his Honda to roll around the corner.
lap of 101.658 miles per hour. Howard. There goes number 8 through Dominic Herbertson, and Herbertson is now in second place here at the grandstand. He's got his nose just in front of Jamie Coward by 0.254 of a second. That is all that separates second from third. Wow, Dominic Herbertson is really getting into the groove here, but Michael Rutter, a proven winner in this junior race, the winner from 2015 and also from last year. Herbertson then at 101. Howard at 101.258.
Four more there to describe for you. Number 48, Tony Tuttle on his Honda, followed by Ray Phipps, number 46, on his Honda, followed then by David Burrell, number 73, on his Norton, and lastly number 78, Shelley Pike, on Ducati. The two that nipped through there when I was talking were Ian Thompson on his Honda, number 71, and the other of the Rowbury brothers, Justin, number 76, on his Honda. Two more there having a private race. Number 75, Lee Jellings on his Monar Manx Norton, and number 55, Jason Lamb on his Honda, which seems to be the machine of choice.
On number 2, Alan Oversby, who's moved up into fourth. But the gap between Howard is now in third and Oversby is in fourth, 34.843 seconds. So the top three, but we've got Chris Swallow coming into the pits, so let's go down to Chris Kinley. He went into great detail.
Rider number 57, Mick Morton on his Sealy, followed by Garth Woods, number 70, on his Honda, completes the list of runners and riders for the first lap.
Come on as well. Ollie Lindstall's just gone through at 92.67, Davey Todd at 96.47, Chris Swallow is at 93.4, Peter Boast at 90.
Listening there to the commentary from the grandstand, we're suddenly rudely awakened by the arrival of the first two men on the road. Jamie Coward, number 3, on his Honda, followed very closely by Michael Rutter, number 4, who was actually the race leader at that point.
Rutter really does need to get ahead on the road of number 3, Jamie Coward. We're hearing the TT access road from the Isle of Man Police. There's a little bit of an issue there because of a broken down vehicle. Dominic Herbertson, quickest through the Sulby speed trap at 127.8. Coward at 126.4. Rutter at 124.5. Straight to Ramsey and Roy Warr.
That could be reflected as they come through Ramsey. I can tell you that Michael Rutter and Jamie Coward are through
And they're followed through by the ultimate race winner, number 8, Dominic Herbertson on his Davies Motorsport Honda. And behind him is number 1, Dan Cooper on his Honda, and Alan Oversby, number 2, on the second Davies Motorsport machine.
Who is from the north of England, certainly to see whether he is back, and it's down now to 5 seconds, because next in the line will come number 8, Dominic Herbertson, tucked in behind the bubble, leaves his braking lane, but gets it nicely flicked down through the bottom, right over on the edge, up through the centre line, out is there too, Alan Oversby and number 1, Daniel Cooper together. And Alan Oversby gets that one fired up a little bit quicker than Dan Cooper, and certainly they are away but it's Oglesby in 4th place, but there's a full minute now between him and Jamie Coward. But the big news from Ramsey on lap number 2, and remember this is now only a 3-lap race, is that the lead of Michael Rutter number 4 has been cut down to only 5 seconds here at Ramsey, because moving up and through the field, number 8 Dominic Herbertson just 5 seconds down on Michael Rutter. But then again, when you look at the difference between him and
This is number 5, Adam McLean, on the Ripley Land HAS 7R.
on lap number 2, and such is the pace of those at the front that the others are not as yet in the view. Lee Johnson was up to 5th place as they did the rest of the whole back race there at the lap.
This race is becoming a Davies Motorsport benefit, because even after a troubled practice week, this is Lee Johnson on the 3rd machine in the team, number 13.
He will be through Parliament Square, but this is a single cylinder machine here with us at Ramsey. Adam McLean is safe.
Next through is number 6, Danny Webb on his Norton, followed by Davey Todd, number 12, on a Honda. The programme records this as a Norton, but quite clearly it's from the other side of the world.
To get him back onto the power. So the race lead here at Ramsey being held by Michael Rutter, but now only by 5 seconds from in 2nd place number 8 Dominic Herbertson, 3rd place for number 3 Jamie Coward, 4.5 seconds down.
Next come the Hondas of number 18 Peter Boast and number 9 Ollie Linsdell. David Madsen Migdal on his Honda, followed by number 15 Alex Sinclair on a similar machine.
Letting it out, puff of smoke comes out from number 18, and that is Pete Post, and he's holding on to that 7th place. Pete Post holding on to that 7th place.
Not to be outdone, next up is Steve Ferguson on the Greenhall Racing Honda, number 19.
Number 9 is the next machine. Danny Webb, who is holding on to 11th place. Dave Manston-Bignell should be the next in the view. How is that going to affect it? 33 seconds, 10th for Dave Manston-Bignell, 33 seconds down on Davey Todd. So he's safely through. When they go through the bungalow, I can tell you that the lead for Michael Rutter is down to only 1.5 seconds at the bungalow. Michael Rutter still leads as they go over the railway tracks there and head up to the highest point of the circuit of Brandywell, but there's only 1.7 seconds in it. 2nd place still Dominic Herbertson, and there's only 9 seconds then the gap between him and Jamie Coward holding on to that 3rd place. So 11 seconds covering the top 3, as number 19 is the last to go through there, Steve Ferguson. He's safely through Ramsey, and I think we missed Alex Sinclair after Ollie Linsdell going through, so that is the difference. But the news from Ramsey was 5 seconds on the climb up to the bungalow as the fuel load lightens, and certainly I would suggest the lighter rider would be Dominic Herbertson. It's going to be a very, very interesting last lap.
Well, it's good to listen to the commentary of the race over the mountain, but the next two to reach us here are number 47 Dave Moffat with his Honda and number 20 Bob Owen on that splendid air marking.
the lap as well. That's the news from Ramsey hairpin on lap 2, back to the grandstand.
See one of the largest selections of motorcycles on the grid.
Those were Mark Purslow, number 37, and Ewan Hamilton, number 23. And next up will be number 17, Bill Swallow, on his Velocet.
Online at cmcbikes.com. If it's bikes, it's CMC.
Pair of howling two-strokes now, number 42 Jeff Ward on his Suzuki and number 27 on one of the Essex manufactured Greaves, Will Loader's bike. Neil Murphy, number 45 on his Honda, precedes number 28 Alec Whitwell on his Bates Honda.
See the winners ceremony, and I can tell you too that Dominic Herbertson has taken the lead, and Crompton-Oda is 4 seconds ahead of Michael Rutter. What the lap this is turning into.
As the race developed, so do a number of two-horse races. This is Dave Matravers, number 26, and Lancelot Unisart on their Hondas.
And there's no Michael Rutter there. Rutter is not with us here at the grandstand. So what has happened to Michael Rutter? Because we've just had only JB Coward through. But are we going to see Rutter through? He should be on Glen Crutchew Road. Klaxon is sounding, so well, late drama here, and that makes the Oversby-Lee Johnston clash at 4th and 5th all the more interesting too, as there goes number 8 on Dominic Herbertson, and here is Rutter. Rutter is in, it looks like a retirement. Let's go to Chris.
Yes, oh my goodness me, Rutter's come in, and the rear wheel has gone down, the tyre is completely flat to the bottom. And he's parked it right up where we stand on the commentary, and this man didn't have any luck. He'd have none at all. Unlucky, Michael, unlucky, man. I tell you what, he said to me, I think he just wants off the bike. I don't think he's bothered about what the officials are going to say to him and the team about so much bad luck this week, and does not beg it fully. Michael Rutter out of the Locate.im Junior TT race. Tim.
Well, Dominic Herbertson is 14.3 seconds in the lead ahead of number 3. Number 3, Jamie Coward, 104.082 miles per hour. Remember the lap record of Davies Johnson and up.
Interesting events at the grandstand, as we were just hearing Michael Rutter's retirement, but concentrating on our local situation, here we see number 65 Mark Woods and number 35 Russell Robury on their Hondas. I nearly missed Meredith Owen, number 41, who was the third member of that trio on his Sealy.
But is it going to be Oversby and a Crompton-Oda? Lights are on. Lee Johnston is just 1.8 seconds down on number 2 Alan Oversby, who's currently showing a Crompton-Oda in 4, and with Rutter out, either Oversby or Johnston will now be up into 3rd position. So will be Adam McLean, who will probably be across the line ahead of that battle we're waiting for. And indeed, there he is.
3 bikes approaching now. Keith Dixon, number 34, on his Sealy. Dave Tetley on a Ducati, number 79. And finally, Chris Bray, number 63, the only Beezer in the race.
Johnston in sixth place currently, but fifth overall as we stand. Will be Dan Cooper and now 18 votes for the bike that
These are the Hondas of number 38, Jeff Smith, and number 67, David Glover.
082, two all bikes into view now. That's Davey Todd and Danny Webb. And they slot into 8th and 9th or 7th and 8th if you take Russell.
Gary Hutton's Honda, number 77, is chased by Arthur Browning, number 43, on his Sealy.
Into sixth position, and a comfortable sixth position with taking Rutter off that scoreboard. There's a bike approaching, it looks like Peter Bose. Indeed it is, and
And that was Grant Sellers, 54, on his Norton.
Number 5, Adam McLean, and it's Davey Todd in 8th and 9th. It will be Danny Webb. So Dominic Herbertson has just, he gained something fine.
Another private duel between Chris Moore and Paul Williams on their Hondas.
Chris already on, so it's parked right next to him, and I think the microphone didn't quite pick up what he said, which was fortuitous. So it's Herbert's in the lead. Let's go out to Glen Helen.
And this is Tony Tuttle, number 48, on his Honda.
Now it's Jamie Coward. We're just looking at the speed trap times on that second lap, and there was no indication of keeping straight. Might with any slower, so whatever's happening.
That sextet were the Hondas of Ian Thompson, number 71, and Ray Phipps, number 46, David Burrell's Velocette, 73, Shelley Pike, number 78, on the Ducati, Justin Rowbury, number 76, on his Honda, followed by Jason Lamb, number 55, on the same machine type. A general shuffling and movement amongst the crowd behind the barriers there is an indication of a rider on his way through, and this will be Mick Morton on his Sealy, number 57.
Next man in is indeed number 5, Adam McLean, safely through here on his final lap of the afternoon on this race at least.
A bit of a delay before the arrival of the last competitor on this lap, who will be Garth Woods, number 70, on his Honda. We'll listen to the commentary.
And Lee Johnston, 5 seconds now the gap. Lee Johnston, 4th place. He has not made any inroads into Alan Oversby. In fact, the gap's stretched out by just over a second. So Alan Oversby confirmed in 3rd place. That's number 2. He is 1 minute and 21 seconds down on 2nd place, Jamie Coward. But he has a 5-second advantage now over 4th place, number 13, Lee Johnston. Daniel Cooper is in turn in 5th place, number 1. 9 seconds down on Lee Johnston, and Adam McLean at the moment holding 6th place, but I suspect we're going to see Pete Post go in front of him when number 18 makes it out this far. Next man I think we should be seeing is Danny Webb, number 6. Webb was in 12th place in the grandstand. Once you take Michael Cutter out of the equation. Looking back at those other riders before, number 79, David Tetley started 43rd, was up to 29. So here's the next man. This is good fast approach as well. David Carter. On the black stuff. And the next man in behind him, Danny Webb. And 7th and 8th, number 12, David Todd, in 7th place at the moment, but I suspect...
The general movement and the waving of yellow flags is because Garth Woods, number 70, has just pulled over on the approach to the bus station, slightly further up the road.
I can't hear engine noises. Mike flies out of Glen Helen 2, off the throttle, down the box, foot off the peg there as well, big post. Sure whether that was intentional, but he's back on and he's safely through, and Pete Post indeed does take that 6th place, 42 seconds down on 5th place Daniel Cooper, but he has a 12-second advantage over 7th place number 5 Adam McLean.
Well, we're all ready for the third act in our 3-act play, and the first scene is the arrival of number 3, Jamie Coward, on his Honda. Well, Jamie is safely into and out of Parliament Square, and we now await the arrival of Dominic Herbertson on the Davies Motorsport Honda number 8, the ultimate race winner.
11.3 seconds, Herbertson's lead at the last bridge over Coward, and Johnston is only 2.8 seconds now down on Alan Oversby. Let's see what the situation is at Ramsey with Roy Warr. And appropriately enough, and he is well and gets tucked in behind the bubble on the run up to Waterworks. So it's going to be very, very interesting indeed. I think everybody will be behind Dominic Herbertson riding at number 8 on a former team of William Dunlop, but it's certainly not over. 11 seconds it was at the last bridge, but certainly it could be that Jamie Coward is getting that extra bit out of it. Dominic Herbertson is here, it's down to 10 seconds. He still leads. Dominic Herbertson number 8. He will be with us now. It sounds good. He's certainly immaculate out of Stella Maris, down through in exactly the same places where the gear changes, and certainly gets it on the point.
The third and fourth machines through on this final lap. Number 1, Dan Cooper on his Honda, and Alan Oversby on his Davies Motorsport Honda number 2.
Johnston had made up a couple of seconds on that battle between him and Alan Oversby, so that could be an interesting one as well as they head towards the finish. But at Ramsey Hairpin, lap number 3, it's Dominic Herbertson who still leads by 10.368 seconds, and that is his advantage as they will be now going up towards the gooseneck, and then the long climb up to then and up to the mountain mile. And Alan Oversby has made Ramsey on lap number 2, and Daniel Cooper as well, because they are both together, and it is Dan Cooper who gets the advantage on that one. And then he kind of flicks it out and they go away from the hairpin together, and Dan Cooper just signals to Alan Oversby, lovely gesture there, to go past him, and certainly that was the case. Alan Oversby through. He'll probably realise he's in a bit of a battle. He's 1 minute and 43 seconds down on Jamie Coward, and Dan Cooper is only 9.5 seconds behind him. It'll all depend on the arrival of number 13, Lee Johnston, in that battle for the podiums. Dominic Herbertson safely through, Jamie Coward, lap number 3 through, Alan Oversby through, Dan Cooper through, but it all hinges on that. And what a ride by number 18, Pete Post. Certainly we've been observing quite a few going down the field as well, and that's very, well, just the way things are. Quite a few of them people going and one.
Adam McLean on his Ripley Land AJS 7R leads Lee Johnson, number 13, on the Davies Motorsport Honda in and out of Parliament Square.
Get back and certainly looking battered and bruised at the start of the week, but getting that bike round, and he was holding on to 8th position there through the lap on this particular lap. But it all depends on Lee Johnson. Adam McLean is here at Ramsey, number 5, appropriately holding on to that 5th position. But he might be relegated to 7th if the lap time is to go by, but he certainly made it here to Ramsey. Tight to the inside, distinctive black bearing, and there is Lee Johnson, and Lee Johnson is up to 3rd. Lee Johnson is 3rd now. He's 1 minute and 42 seconds down on Jamie Coward, but he's pulled 3 seconds here on the run on Alan Oversby to Ramsey hairpin. And it's 0.727 of a second.
Exciting stuff just up the road, but we've got to accommodate Davy Todd, number 12, on his Honda, Danny Webb, number 6, on his Norton Manx, and Peter Boast going well on number 18, his Honda.
Well, they normally come in at the end of the second lap, but certainly 3 laps well within the range of the tanks that will be on them. And what a disappointment. Have a look out for the top 7 as they go through Ramsey hairpin. Another machine interview. I can tell you that Dominic Herbertson has made the mountain climb, and it's extra second advantage there to Jamie Coward. The gap down is now down to 9 seconds at the bungalow on lap number 3. Dominic Herbertson, number 8, still leads, but Jamie Coward just 9 seconds behind him. Also safely through is Danny Webb. There he is there now, number 6. Same immaculate style, a winner of a European round, I think.
The next 2 through will be Ollie Linsdell on his Honda and David McDon-Michdel on his Drixton Honda, number 16, still in close order, but David will be in the lead on corrected time.
Advantage over in 7th place, number 5. The bungalow. Certainly we can't get too excited about it, but it looks as though his name is not flashing. Number 2, Alan Oversby, but he is there now. He is there now, and he's 2 seconds down on Jamie Coward, but it looks as though Lee Johnson. 2 minutes.
Another Honda duet approaching, Alex Sinclair, number 15, and number 19, Steve Ferguson.
No problems with him there, but 7 seconds down on Alan Oversby. So the big thing will be on the climb up the mountain. Certainly another big enough time to hang on to Lee Johnson through the bungalow back to the grandstand. 15.9 seconds now ahead of number 2, Alan Oversby, who is in 4th. But we're about to see Jamie Coward cross the finish line at any moment now onto Glen Crutchy Road in 10 seconds.
The leading riders are reaching the grandstand, but our competitors are still streaming through. Number 47, David Moffat on his Honda, and Bob Owen on that splendid Aermaki.
Hermanson 10 seconds was the advantage that he had, and he should be coming on to Crutchley Road very shortly indeed. 27 seconds, 28, 29.
Ewan Hamilton, number 23, on his Drixton Honda, comes smoothly into the square.
Comfortably inside that, around about a 10-second win for Dominic Hermanson. John the Bomb has won the Locate.im Junior Classic TT. Let's go down to Chris Kinley. We'll tell you, Chris, who's in third. If we know.
Yeah, there was 10 seconds. It was across the bone of the gap as he came across the line. It was 10.
Will Loader, number 27, on his Greaves, seems to have got ahead of the other two-stroke of Jeff Ford on his Suzuki, who won't be along for another 30 seconds.
Just thought for a moment he was going to do a burnout, just for a minute.
The next two through are number 45 Leon Murphy and number 28 Alex Whitwell on their Hondas. Trio was led by the Suzuki of Jeff Ward, number 42. He was followed by Dave Matravers on the Honda, number 26, and Lancelot Unisart on his Drixton Honda, number 33, completed the trio.
Hold on, John, give us the boys. Picture with you two. Come on, let's get a picture with the dad and the son.
Whilst the interviews with the leading riders take place at the grandstand, our race continues, which is inevitable with a field of the size that we have and a circuit of 37.5 miles. The Hondas of Russell Robury, number 35, and Mark Woods, number 65, came into the square. Russell appeared to misjudge the corner slightly. Mark tried to go up his inside, but I fancy that manoeuvre didn't work.
Being turned into here, turned in right, into that number one spot, convey that feeling to the people out there listening around the world. But he can't swear on radio, so I can't do that. But it's
Meredith Owen, number 41, on his Sealy, no longer has any company.
That was quite nice, but the first lap I'm going into the 13th milestone, I must not have read the matrix ball, but there was quite a lot of while down from the parade maybe, and I came in there and I just all panicked on that I was good.
The familiar trio of David Tetley on his Ducati, number 79, Keith Dixon on his Sealy, number 34, and Chris Bray, number 63, on the Biza, will be the next to arrive.
Came for that together, point down the rear tyre and just let me pass. Brandish, yeah, Brandish, that's one, yeah. Let me through there and yeah, he was pointing down at his rear wheel from us.
Jeff Smith on his Honda number 38 is also plying a lonely furrow. It's not really possible to hear what's going on at the grandstand over the public address system, so we'll fast forward to the arrival of number 67, David Glover, on his Honda.
He's got a hard time, but no, it is true. Yeah, the hardest thing is keeping your concentration.
And he's got Grant Sellers, number 54, on his Norton, and Chris Moore, number 30, on his Honda for company. The Hondas of Paul Williams, number 64, and Terry Tuttle, number 48, are next through.
To the highest place finisher, riding a 250 machine. It is Jeff Warr.
Browning on his Sealy, number 43, Ian Thompson on his Honda, number 71, Ray Phipps on his Honda, number 46, and Jason Lamb, number 55, come through in a rush. This little trio is David Burrell on his Velocette, Justin Robry on his Honda, number 76, and Shelley Pike on the cute little Ducati, number 78. There were only 2 Ducatis in the race.
A race time of 1 hour 5 minutes 51.460 seconds. He won by 10.031 seconds ahead of number 3, Jamie Coward. Last lap for Jamie on 103.984. Last lap there of the Yorkshire rider. 1 hour 6 minutes 1.491 seconds. Coward for the race time. And it was 1 hour 7 minutes 53.567 seconds race time for number 13, Lee Johnston. 101.119 miles per hour on the last lap, and it was 1 minute 52 seconds down on Coward. Fifth was number 1, Dan Cooper, just 7.467 seconds down.
We listened there to the race results being announced at the grandstand, but we also give Mick Morton, number 57 on his Sealy, a pat on the back, as he is the last man through Parliament Square. Well done, Mick.
And he finished 18.3 seconds ahead.
There we go, that's the Classic TT 2018 Junior race in the can. I hope you enjoyed it.